Hello, beautiful people of the internet. My name is Bree, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. We are ever growing. In today's video, I am going to be talking about the 3 habits that have changed my life, and let's get into today's video. So, habits. We can all, as human beings, have good habits, bad habits, but I think the main thing is that we should practice good habits in our day to day life. And one of the habits that I have been practicing on a day to day basis is living a healthier lifestyle. Now, when we talk about living a healthier lifestyle, we always think about physically. Physically, I love to walk, run, do workout videos at home. During this time, I have not done any gym memberships, just work out at home or do physical activities outside. And that has helped, especially during this time when you can feel so isolated. It is nice to just go outside. And the next thing that I have been doing is eating healthy. I love to eat healthy. And I think eating healthy and just nourishing and fueling your body with good foods is definitely going to make you feel better inside and out. And the other 2 areas that I wanted to talk about is spiritually and mentally. When we talk about living a healthier lifestyle, we always talk about the physical aspect of it. What I have learned is that we also need to work on the emotional and spiritual side of it. Now, emotionally, sometimes we could be feeling a certain way, and sometimes we really do let that build up inside of us and we don't release it. And sometimes when we don't release it, it can just build, and we can just combust or just be just full of rage, anger. Everybody is different as far as what may come out on the other side, but what I've learned is that it is best to deal with the emotions as soon as possible rather than just letting it build up. So sometimes I just have to take some time for myself to just reconnect and rebalance myself emotionally. Sometimes it's not going to be a overnight fix, but the sooner I work on my emotional capacity, I feel so much better rather than just letting it build. And the last thing that we sometimes often forget is working on our spiritual lifestyle. Now, spiritual is different for everyone. Everyone I know don't have the same beliefs or religion, but me personally, I really try to find that inner peace with myself. It is a time when I just try to talk and reconnect with God, and that's whether it's through reading my Bible, reading my devotional books, and that has helped. Sometimes we do need guidance. Reading the Bible or reading the devotional has helped me with my spiritual clarity, and just know that I can get through whatever it is that I am going through. So the second habit that I have adapted into my lifestyle is prep the day before. Now, prepping the day before is definitely key, and I am someone who works a Monday through Friday job, 8 to 5. And to me, prepping the day before work has been a lifesaver for me. I am someone who loves to prep at least a few days ahead of time or a day before, whether that is meal prepping, planning out my food for the week has definitely helped. Sometimes the last thing you want to do is get off and just fumble and stumble around the kitchen on what you want to eat. Now, don't get me wrong, sometimes we do have those days, but I think meal prepping has helped me. If I can cook or prep some of my food a few days ahead of time or the day before, it definitely cuts down my time on when I get off of work. And also another thing that I have been incorporating with prepping before work is picking out clothes that I am going to wear working and When I pick out my clothes the day before, it cuts down my time in the morning instead of fumbling around trying to find what I'm going to wear. So just those little practices have definitely been helpful, and I am glad that I have implemented those habits. I definitely think out of all the habits, that is particularly the one that has been the most beneficial and have brought a lot of improvement in my life, especially with time management. Okay, so the last habit that I have adapted and that has changed my life is to implement more self-care. Now, self-care is important. This was something that I didn't realize it was important until I got older. And I have definitely been trying to incorporate self-care every day, whether that is 30 minutes a day or an hour a day. Try to take the time out for myself to devote something that I love to do. And sometimes with me, I love doing self-care, whether that's reading a book, meditate, journal, picking up my Bible. I love to exercise, just finding that time to get physical, whether it's walking or just following along with a workout YouTube video. Having that time for myself helped. And sometimes we do need to just find that time with ourselves to just work on ourselves, to find things that make us feel good. Sometimes when you just work, with me, I'm working in school. Sometimes it can feel like we just don't have that gray area or that time where we feel like we can have fun or just to relax and feel comfortable. So self-care to me is just my time where I can feel good and just to kind of let go of just work, school, and just find that balance and that inner peace with myself. If anything, self-care is important, and it is good to just deal with self. Sometimes we may not want to deal with ourselves, but when you find that balance and that time, you will feel so much better. So I think those are all of the habits that I wanted to talk about today. These are some of the habits that have helped me, helped improve my life. If you have any habits that have helped you in your day-to-day, please let me know in the comments below. And I think that is it. But before I leave, don't forget to be kind to one another. And I learned when you are not open to change, you are stagnating your growth.